Welcome back to Game Hydro. We got another video for you about High Seas Hero. We're going to talk about what the best ships are in the game, because as you gain levels and as you are able to ascend your battleship, you can go in a few different directions with how you evolve it. Now, there is the ability to reset if you want to spend a whole lot of diamonds to do so, and you do get a lot of free diamonds in the game. You can reset in order to pick a new class if you want to, or if you have a ton of free diamonds to burn, you just want to test them all out, you can do that too. But there's a number of different ships. Now, at Tier 1, obviously, there's no real choice there. Tier 2, no real choice there. Both of them are just basic ships with a cannonball. So we're going to go over Tier 3, 4, and 5 and talk about which one is the best out of all of those. And we're going to attempt to do a little tier list and rank them a bit. Did I just click out? Oh, yes. All right, Tier 3. So we're going to go from in order. So Steel Spirit. Okay, first of all, you can get all these tiers at level 45. Steel Spirit is the first one. The main active skill is Torn of Steel, which fires a high explosive shell out of the cannon, dealing 1,109% damage and reducing counter damage. Reducing counter damage reduction of enemies within range by 60% for 5 seconds. And the cooldown time on that is 9 seconds, as you can see by the little stopwatch. For the passive skills, it increases counter rate by 30% and counter damage by 30% and increases defense by 30%. And we're going to do the rest of these before we rank them. Barrage Frenzy, it fires a little faster, fires a cruise missile that deals the same amount of damage as the last one, and reduces combo damage reduction by 60% for 5 seconds. And the passive skills increase the combo rate by 30%, increase the attack speed by 15%, and the dodge resistance by 10%. Next, we got Elemental Storm. That uses an EMP charge with a much faster attack time, 7.6 seconds. Damage is the same. Increases the stun duration of the target from base attacks, because base attacks have the chance to stun. This one increases the duration by 30% for 5 seconds. And the passive skills, this one increases the skill crit rate by 15% and increases attack by 12%. So out of these ones at level 45, S tier is definitely the main cannon Astral Navigator, or excuse me, the Elemental Storm, whatever the hell it's called. Elemental Storm. The attack speed here is actually faster than the attack speed with the Doom Hunter with its skill boost going. And Doom Hunter, though, I'm going to go A tier. And Steel Spirit, I'm going to go A- to B+. I mean, the increasing defense by 30% is pretty good, but having the slowest fire rate kind of kills it for me. Next up, we got 6 different ships at level 60. We got Stormbreaker. Fires a high explosive shell every 9 seconds, reduces counter damage. Same skills as the previous one, plus increases the damage reduction by 15%. So defense plus 30 and increasing damage reduction by 15. That is a tank of a ship. Iron Bastion. Fires a cannon shot, reducing counter damage reduction within 6 plus. Yeah. And the secondary skill here increases counter damage by 140%, which is an absolutely ridiculous amount of damage. That can go a long way. Next up, Horizon Striker. The Barrage Frenzy locks onto the target to fire the cruise missile and reduces combo damage reduction by 60% for 5 seconds. And the Skybound Sentinel, same thing. Going to passive skills because the active skills are the same as the last ship, or the one before it. Increases base critical damage by 20%, and increases combo damage by 140. So, oh, I forgot to give letter grades to these ones. So the main cannon Spirit Forge, I'm going B plus on that one, and I'm going A minus for the Iron Bastion because that's a extremely strong skill, 140. Horizon Striker, firing rate's good, base critical damage by 20. I'm going B minus on that one because I'm completely unimpressed with that third skill. Skybound Sentinel increases combo damage by 140. I'm going B plus on this one because increasing the combo damage by 140 is far better than increasing the base crit by 20. Next up, Tide Rider. That's the EMP one. And the new passive skill is reduces active skill cooldown by 20%. And for the Cosmos Drifter, same active skill, third passive skill, increases skill crit damage by 50%. Skill crit damage. So, will the crit rate be higher, though? Okay, so this increases the skill crit rate by 15, skill crit damage by 50. Out of these two, I'm giving the Cosmos Drifter an A plus, S minus. And I'm giving this one an A because still the EMP charge is very fast firing time is a huge advantage. This active skill cooldown reduced by 20%. Actually, you know what? I'm giving them both an A because that active skill and that active skill increases skill crit damage by 50%. When paired with the first one, that's pretty good. So I'm giving them both an A. Do I like any of them better than those two? Let's see who's making a comeback. That one I would give an A to an A plus, potentially. Base crit damage by 20, B minus. And then I like the Iron Bastion and the Stormbreaker a lot. Counter damage by 140. All right, let's move to the fifth tier at level 80. You got the Abyssal Cannon. Now you'll notice that for every ship at the same level, the attack is the same and reduces counter damage reduction of enemies for the 5 seconds. Yeah, the active skill is the same as the ship that it evolved from. The only difference here is the fourth passive skill. So in addition to damage reduction by 15, restores 4% of max durability every 5 seconds. All right, so healing can really get you a lot of places. Counter damage by 140. When attacked, reflects damage equal to 30% of base attack damage. So that is every time you're attacked. And also has a high chance of counterattack and a high attack damage. I'm giving the Abyssal... Oh, Christ. All right. I'll be back. We got a glitch. All right, I'm back. That was annoying. So 4% max durability. That's at least an A plus. I'm going A plus on both of those. Maybe S minus. Those are extraordinarily strong counters. Let's go Thunder Trek next. Faster attacks than the previous one. Base crit damage by 20. Base attacks have a 50% chance to deal additional damage equal to 1% of the target's current durability. I don't know about that one. Arrow Flash. Combo damage 140. The main cannon fires 2 shells during combos. So 140% combo damage plus an extra shell fired. Pretty strong. Not blowing my skirt up a ton, but maybe a little. And that would be a B plus in my book. But for Thunder Track, the combination of base crit damage by 20 and base attacks have a 50% chance to deal additional damage equal to 1%. That is not only not blowing my skirt up at all, but my skirt actually got longer reading that. So C plus, because that one is just massively annoying. Now for the EMP ones, the Azor Tracer reduces active skill cooldown by 20, increases the duration of the weapon except Twilight Haze, active skill effects by 40. So increasing the duration of an EMP is pretty strong. This one mostly, though, is riding off the coattails of the EMP itself and how strong that is. And the active skill cooldown is pretty legit, too. I'm giving this one an A. Finally, we have the Dreamweaver. Wait. Yeah. We got the Dreamweaver and the passive skills. Increase the skill crit damage by 50. And increase battleship skill damage by 10%. So that adds 10% to the already powerful skill damage of the EMP charge active skill. That is pretty good. But overall, I'm going to give that a B plus. I mean, that's a lot of damage. And again, we're mostly riding off the coattails of the EMP attack and its fast cooldown. But I'm going to have to give it to the Abyssal Phantom and the Polar Spectre. These are the top two. Let's see if I can pick the better one. 4% healing every 5 seconds. Damage reduction increased 15%. Defense by 30%. Counter rate by 30%. Counter damage 30%. So that is an absolute unkillable tank that also counterattacks. Abyssal Phantom, Polar Spectre. Reflects damage equal to 30% of base attack. Increases countering damage by 140. So, again, a very strong defender, but without the healing, but with more countering damage. I'm going to go A plus for the main cannon Spirit Forge, and I'm going to give the Abyssal Phantom a whole S tier, which means that upon breaking this down, I'm going to change it. I'm going to hit the reset button, spend some diamonds, and change the trajectory of my ship's growth, because this one is an excellent one. The fact that it heals and has almost unkillable defense plus counterattacks makes it a really, really tough customer. Anyways, this has been the best ship and best battleship tier list for, what's this game called again? High Seas Hero. This is Game Hydro. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video.